Alrighty, Roo, and Cuckoo Choo to you, and all my nobody's not watching. Let's see if I can not just die constantly. Fuck! Woo! Almost. All fucking most. Many times. Okay, well. Boom. I'm trying to fucking help hold here. Fuck! Fuck! Well. You know, come on. This is what I would say. If you're gonna fall to your death, remember that you have stretchy powers. And, like, falling directly onto your back like an idiot doesn't fix that. It's like, unless you're gonna splat and use your stretchy powers to splat, which you don't. Get out of my way, I got things to do, man. All of you too. Like, boom. Boom, punchy. Big jump. Am I going this way? Oh wow, now he's pretty sunburned. Oh, wow, you strong, girl! She's pretty super strong. I think she could do that.
This isn't how you make things right. We deserve a chance.
I know you think you can use this power for good.
I mean, aren't you trying to do exactly? Okay, fuck y'all cows. You know what? Fuck you. I'm gonna have my... Come on, Spider-Man. You can do it.
The only one left to convince is yourself. Embiggen!
Boom. Bitch. No, I'm as big as you, motherfucker. How about you pick on someone your own size? A little girl your own size. Okay, alright. Well, damn it. Okay, that's actually kind of a big deal. We just destroyed a pretty big-ass bridge. But you know what? No, I don't think you are.
Good isn't a thing you are.
Stabbed. Oh, wow, you just got... Wow, she fucking impaled you.
I'm not sick.
I'm better than you, you fucking bastard. And his ass is still gonna just scatter off. He's just gonna skitter off. Damn, though, I didn't know she could get that big.
Oh, no.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, well, okay. Nighty-night. But, you know, it takes a lot out of you to embiggen to that size. Is it embiggen even a fucking word prior to this? Is it, like, in the dictionary?
You're alive.
New girl makes good.
Ooh,
Trophy earned.
You got heart, kid.
Ah, you got heart. That's the best you can
work on
get.
that passing out thing, but you did.
Bruh.
Indeed.
Good. That was pretty bad.
Pretty badass. Fucking. She's like, fist bump.
Thanks.
Like, you.
Can you guys give us some...
None of us could have done that. Like, you were like, I don't know, like 150 feet tall? At least? That was amazing. Even if it was only for like 30 seconds. That's crazy.
I was mentoring you.
But all along, you were mentoring me.
I'd given up. And I guess what I'm trying to say is... thank you.
They do a good job with the small parts of the facial acting and stuff.
Can I ask you a favor?
Although, again, I didn't put her in this clothing. So I'm not really sure. What? You can't just drop her off at home. Is that it? Did I... My heart, though, as dumb as this is, as foolish as it is for her to go
till you're
home.
30, yes?
Yes.
Good. From now on, nothing but school.
That is so... We both know none of that's gonna happen. Come on. I know you're saying
And
that, but...
Your special field trips.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, Abu.
I'm so
My
proud of you,
heart.
Rita.
And he probably doesn't even
But,
know all the things she's
Let's
done.
not tell Ami, okay?
Okay.
She's just
Do
gonna...
we have snacks?
Of course.
I'm hungry.
That was really touching. That was a touching way to end, as dumb as it is. That's not logical. Like, you can't end it that way. You can't be like, then she went home to her family, which would have been watched by the people who are the villains. I don't think we stopped the woman. We caught her. She escaped. Did the MODOK? The MODOK, Diet MODOK we have at home, like, kill her? I know there was a moment. Maybe he killed her, I forgot. But even if he did, there's still like a bunch of people who, regardless of whether she or he were in charge of making that happen, would still, you know, want them dead and stuff. Like, that's just kind of how that's gonna roll. Now, that's that. You know? And chances are her family wouldn't even be alive.
Supreme. I will weed out
There we
weak
go.
elements from within. No more surprises. No more distractions from our goals. Only carefully crafted innovation. Make no mistake, AIM is still the future. From cloning to time travel, the possibilities are endless. Now, let's begin.
We really should have stabbed him closer through the, like, through the chest, because it's not even through the heart, it's on the other side, assuming he has a heart. Oh, okay, yep, that's just a pod that shoots out of his throat into the atmosphere. That's cool. That's just, you know, as you do. But, yeah, I guess that's how that played out. So far, you know what, like, I do see the criticisms. I do see why people didn't like it. I do. I do totally get that. You know, I get it. I get the feeling it's going to be more and more prevalent as I go farther and farther. But at this moment, each character plays significantly different and is enjoyable in their own way. I don't really like being forced to play characters, but I see why they would, and this campaign mode is sort of like a tutorial for the actual game, which is mostly meant to be like an online play with other people thing, and you pick your favorite character and it sort of forces you to play this. And to me, the story is actually pretty good. The writing's pretty good, especially early on. That first thing where you don't even have powers and just walking around and sort of like being Kamala as a fangirl, I thought that was like really well written and very interesting. I thought that was fun, even though you didn't have powers and nothing was happening. I thought a lot of it made sense up to a certain degree. And I pointed out when I didn't think it made sense. I'm not familiar with this timeline or this comic book line or any of that, so I can't say, you know, like how accurate that is or isn't. I'm just saying my feelings on it. For me, I thought it was fun. I paid like $8 for this, and I definitely got my $8 worth, even before this. I could see how it could get repetitive, especially if you're trying to like grind or level up or do everything. But there's like other chapters that I have options for now. And again, like I didn't get this day one. This is like after they pretty much are like, we're done putting out any effort for this. Everything that we made for this is now free for anybody who gets the thing. And if I was somebody who put a bunch of money into it, I'd be pretty pissed off. But I also don't support microtransactions, so I wouldn't be somebody who did. I've spent very little money on any microtransactions. The one that comes to mind is like, Smash Brothers. The one that you can play on the DS. And I bought Ryu. It cost me like $4. And I was pissed off then. Not that I was pissed off that anybody had to pay anything for any of the characters, but that the bonus characters didn't have the same fleshed out abilities and such as the other characters. Like there's something lacking that you can get from other characters that, or you know, like I can't remember what it is. It's like, oh well, they've got these things where you can customize your characters, and like their character customization is like with the moves and stuff is so much more limited or something. I remember being like, well, that's some bullshit. You're paying for this thing and it doesn't even have like the full amount that a normal character has and that sort of thing. I don't support microtransactions. I don't support the extra stuff. DLC, as long as it doesn't seem like it's something that was already in the game and was literally cut out simply for the fact that they didn't have enough time, blah, 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 this sort of shit. As long as it's not like, oh yeah, no, this was supposed to be there, we didn't have time, so we cut out this whole quest line. And it's on the disc, it's just we gotta, like, unlock it for you and add some stuff. That I don't like, but you know, some things do DLC really well. Sometimes DLC, it almost seems like a whole ass new game. It's not just an extension. What I don't like to see is when something is made where it's like, this game was just DLC, instead they made a sequel. I don't like that. You know? But so far, I actually have enjoyed this game. I thought it was good. It is frustrating that everybody starts out so pathetically weak. Like, that's annoying. But it's, you know, it's a game where you gotta get people stronger. And again, you could use it as a sense of, oh well, it's been 5 years. You know, to me the Hulk was really the most distressing without reason. You know, they did a good job with Tony Stark, Iron Man, being like, oh well, he's got this crappy suit, but then he immediately upgrades, but he's still pretty good immediately. Being the Hulk was pretty lame at first. And still kind of is, like, you really have to kind of work it up. Black Widow is already pretty badass still. And she's, like, the least sucky on the first go. Once combat is going. Cap has a deliberate thing where he doesn't have his shield, and even then after that, he's still kind of, you know, it takes a second for him to, like, upgrade to not be complete, not so good. Again, Hawkeye, not seen. Didn't see Hawkeye at all. I'm guessing he's going to be in one of the other later things, just like all the other characters, in some way. Thor, I don't really like his ultimate power thing. They kind of use that as like, oh, well, this gets past shields, which sort of makes him a utility and a need. And I don't really feel like that makes sense for the character, but whatever. Apart from that, I felt like his character was pretty cool. His use of his power with the Odin Force was, it made sense. I liked his character. He could fly, like, I felt like that, it worked for me. Kamal Khan still came out as my favorite, just because that fit the play style that I like to play. She was the most versatile, and I don't really care too much about flying controls. So that said, I thought she was fun. So yeah, I thought it was good. I hiccup. For what it's worth, I get at this point already where a lot of the criticism is coming from, especially from day one stuff. But I barely used any of the extra stuff other than the, like, oh, I can't even imagine how annoyed I'd be trying to play this game from day one and being like, the campaign is the only thing available until you beat it, and then, or you can also play the online, but only with what you've unlocked. And then the cosmetics and stuff, like, there's so many cosmetics, and some of them are like the same except for slightly different colorization, or, oh, well, this is what it looks like without the helmet or face mask or whatever. Even when they're not, a lot of them are just sort of the same. And okay, when you get them free, but to sit here and have to, like, craft them or gather items or earn them or buy them in game with the currency that you get through game or actual money, that's insane. That seems stupid. I like to have the fact that I could just look through them all and be like, this is what I wanted to play during this moment. That was cool to me. But, no, I don't think I would have enjoyed this day one. And I understand why people were mad. I think that's fair. I think it should have been different. And they tried to make as much money as they could, and it upset people, you know? But I think if other people, like, if at the time, on day one, they'd had a similar experience as I did, where, not that everything, like all the outfits, which is just cosmetic and it wasn't really meaningful or mattered, it's just fun for the role play thing, or just to, because I want my character to look like this. If they had just been unlocked and purchasable or unlockable or, you know, earnable without any sort of microtransaction, which I believe was a part of the big problem, I think that people would have enjoyed it more. I think it would have gotten better things, and they chose what they chose. You know? Lessons learned to the studio and companies and all that, I hope, but probably not. To me, I thought it was fun. Each character handled differently. They had their own benefits and weaknesses. I wanted to enjoy playing Hulk more. Hulk seemed really nerfed, and I don't like that Hulk is just like, I have to do this all the time. time to have any ability to do anything else. I didn't really like that. Because it's like, Hulk's slow. And doesn't have a lot of range. And even when it does, it's slow. So, I think even in a group, it's like, that's not going to happen. Hulk's going to have to go off on his own and try to, like, find stuff to fuck up. Hulk's never going to try to help anybody finish the mission. Except for when it's like, capture the flag or hold this area sort of thing. Because Hulk wants to smash. Hulk has to smash to be able to do better things. And that's just... that was frustrating to me. Now, maybe if I knew the game better and I was better at it, I could, you know, do that better, but... it was different with, Black Widow. Black Widow seemed easier to deal with on that front, in that circumstance. In my opinion. Being Black Widow was like the change of gameplay, like that you could... Black Widow is sort of like every character sort of mashed together. You know, it's like, oh, you're Captain America, but you can also zip around. And you can, you know, like, also, who else has guns? I imagine Bucky has guns, and, you know, like Hawkeye, which I haven't played, probably has, you know, ranged weapons like that. Spider-Man has the web shooters, but they don't give you the counter, which is annoying. But, I feel like that was fun. That was a very different and fun thing. And that's sort of my opinion on it. Like, she's sort of, she's sort of like, kind of like a mishmash of everybody together. I ended up enjoying playing, Captain America more after I leveled up leveled him up and got his shield. It's pretty cool to see it ping pong around and, like, you know, use his abilities even without the ones you have to build up. Like, I thought that was pretty cool. Like, it got interesting and I never really got too far into it. But I do think it's cool that this is sort of like a tutorial for the real game. I think it's pretty cool. I enjoyed it. It was definitely worth the $8 I spent on it. I wouldn't pay $70 for it, or, you know, whatever they're charging for brand new games now, which I think moved up, but, you know.
The Harm Room offers you a place to test your skills in a controlled environment using Stark's holographic augmented reality machine. Complete Harm training to learn vital skills and new techniques. Then step into the Harm challenges to show them off. Once you've completed the series of Harm challenges, you'll unlock a daily activity that will award comic books upon completion. If you're looking to get a bit more creative, Agent Wu has developed a program where you can customize the Harm Room to your own specifications. The custom Harm Room and all other Harm activities can be accessed from the War Table. Have fun.
Okay. Cool. Are we gonna keep... Okay, I'm gonna end this just in case they keep talking.